Hey, what's up, guys? Friday, that's right, baby. The weekend is finally here. Wake Up Barstool is going to get you ready for the weekend. We're going to recap a little Thursday night football. We got Dana Beers, Mikey Katic, Megan Makin Money. Money quarters back 5-1 last week, guys. Brandon Walker's going to join the show hour 2. We got 5 more picks to send you into the weekend with. We got a ton of college football preview, a ton of NFL to preview. Guys, let's have ourselves a weekend. Wake Up Barstool starts now. What up, y'all? Welcome in. Wake Up Barstool Friday edition here on FS1. Got my brand new Indiana Jones sweater on. Is the foremost supporter of Danny Dimes and the Indianapolis Colts right now. I love this. You can get this on the Barstool shop. We're check it out. Friday crew is back. T-Bob Bear, Michael Katic. We got Dana Beers back. That's right, Big Boys Club Friday and our honorary big back. Megan Makin Money. Win the Tiger onesie, man. How we feeling, dude?
It's good to be an LSU Tiger.
It's damn good to be an LSU Tiger. Of course, LSU Ole Miss might be a little biased. We'll get there a bit later in the show. First of all, how's everybody doing this Friday? We feeling good?
So good.
Hell yeah.
So good.
Jinx. Oh, look at you. Y'all are lockstep.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Already the boys were planning out their breakfast for after the show. Oh. The first conversation that these two had upon entering the studio.
The absolute beatdown I'm going to put on some hash browns this morning is going to be diabolical, historical, and absolutely amazing.
Wow, that fires me up, man.
So what's okay? Since we're here, what's going with the hash browns?
I'm on a health kick, so I'm getting a little spinach and feta, but I'm getting sausage in there. Okay, dump on the hot sauce like you absolutely read about in the newspapers. And that's about it. Maybe some cheese in there, a little cheddar cheese.
Yeah, it's great. A little spinach feta. Hell yeah, man. All right.
Sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Okay, why are you so disappointed?
I just want somebody to eat like I do. It's annoying. Like, I'm trying to eat healthier, too. I got salad from the grocery store this week.
Bro.
Who does that, dude?
A grocery store salad is
I'm not a herbivore.
Sad.
At some point, and maybe somebody can start to cook this up, at some point, I want a top 5 foods that you buy from the grocery store but end up letting go bad in the fridge.
It's
because a salad mix has to be up there.
The carrots I've had in my fridge for months.
I feel like carrots don't go bad. I feel like you could eat a carrot 2 years later.
They just sit there, though.
They just sit there. They look good, though.
They do.
Especially if you leave their little green tail on, so it looks like you got like a little hobbit
and
fridge going down.
growing more carrots on top of them.
I don't think that's a thing.
So guys, look, if you want to get involved, you can hit us up on Twitter, whatever. Follow at Wake Up Barstool, sub to YouTube, all that stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in to last night's Thursday night football game. The NFL, man, it's so weird how no matter how bad a game is, it's almost like, do y'all play Mario Kart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how Mario Kart has the rubber band effect, right? If you're losing, you get better power-ups.
Yeah.
I don't know how the NFL has done it, but they have truly made that in the most competitive professional sports league in the entire world, because this was a Cardinals team that looked dead. Horrible. Yeah. The entire night, and yet you look up, and they're scoring to tie the game with 30 seconds left before the Seahawks end up walking it off. Boys, Dana, you stayed up the whole time.
I did.
You're the only one that stayed up live the whole time. Give me your biggest takeaway from last night.
Well, this kind of goes off what you're saying. I took some notes last night. My first note, I'm reading it right now. I'm an iPad guy now. Not a big deal.
New phone yesterday, came with a free iPad. There's no way the iPad was free, though, right?
The iPad came with
that somehow, I probably got scammed at some level, but
I'm almost positive I got pitched this, and I think they're just adding your iPad payment into your payment.
I'm not a understand taxes guy, but the taxes on this were incredibly large.
I'm pretty sure that the iPad itself might be free, but you're getting charged for the service of the iPad along with the phone.
Oh, okay. I'll still take that, though.
I'm getting charged up the wazoo. So my first note on my new iPad last night as I was watching was Marv stinks.
I had that here.
Now, you move to the fourth quarter, and things completely change. He starts to actually have a little bit of confidence. But what I first noticed in that first half with Marvin Harrison Jr., he didn't feel like he wanted to be on the field.
Bro, his confidence, you saw a man whose confidence was shattered.
He kind of looked like he was jogging out there. Anytime you saw his face on a close-up, he just looked like sad.
Yeah.
What a catch, though. Jeez.
So thank God he kind of turned it around a little bit. You could tell how much this touchdown meant to him. He got down on a knee and
he was damn near
prayed,
crying.
pretty much, yeah. But that was my first note was he just looked lethargic. The whole offense looked lethargic. Good word, Katic. I don't know if
look at you.
Lethargic. Is that like sleepy?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little lazy, a little lackadaisical.
So when you dig yourself in a hole that early in a football game, it's gonna be tough to come back. And they did come back. I thought they should have gone for 2 at the end there. They had all the momentum in the world when it was 20-19. But regardless, you can't put yourself in that big of a hole early. The team, they were getting booed in the first quarter. It just looked horrible. Kyler didn't look good. I guess those signs of life are good moving forward in that second half, but I try not to read it too much into, week by week, but they looked bad for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday, but NFC West is odd because they're the only division in football right now where nobody had a losing record going into last night. They still don't, as this just drops the Cardinals to 2-2. But I don't know if any of the teams are that good.
Yeah.
I'm not really sold on. And then, a lot of them played the Saints.
I like the Rams. I think the Rams are legit, but the Niners are banged up. The Seahawks, I'll say Sam Darnold, I think he's just straight up good at this point. We'll see what happens when, obviously he had a little bit of a meltdown in the playoffs, but we'll see how things go if they do get to that playoff atmosphere later.
Look at him go.
But he looked straight up just consistent, confident, just very solid. He's got good weapons out
Barner.
there.
IU.
Oh, is that a Hoosier?
Yep.
We're learning now, Dana, I think it's so abundantly clear. Just don't play professional football in New York.
No.
If you do, it's either going to ruin you or it's going to set you back years. And this is not just the Giants, the Jets as well. Look at Geno Smith. Look at Sam Darnold. Look at Daniel Jones. Look at Saquon Barkley. You just don't play football in New York.
No. Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned Marvin Harrison Jr. because you really did witness the death and resurrection of Marvin Harrison Jr. last night. Because he had that one route, on the pick that they ended up getting lucky, the fumble back, he just stopped running the route.
Yeah.
And then he had the bobble, and he was broken.
It just didn't
That
look like
pick
they were
was
on the same
insane.
page.
Kyler, who was Kyler even? Did Harrison?
No,
not
Harrison
finish the
just
route?
stopped. He hesitated at the top of the route. He was trying to, it was maybe not still the best decision, but he's trying to trust his guy. That's the craziest thing to me, is that Kyler Murray somehow retained trust in Harrison.
Yeah.
Because he went to him that second half. He had the big back shoulder. He had the touchdown. He had the big catch on the final drive to set up the game-tying score. So hopefully, because I always like when guys can prove us wrong and overcome, hopefully this is more going to be par for the course for Harrison going forward. There were a couple funny moments last night. So if you saw the cold open, I wasn't really mad at Dana. It was a callback to Jackson Smith and Jigba walking by the ref last night. Roll this tape, guys. This is very funny. Okay, we got no audio on this, but as you can see, he walks right and says, "This is BS." Ref stops in the middle and gives him the ultimate parenting look of like, "Watch yourself, son." Megan, do you hit your kids with that?
Oh, absolutely. I hit my kids with that multiple times. It's the unspoken look is all you need if you're a strong mother.
The best part about it too is Kirk and Al in the booth straight up hit like the old school like, oh son, you better watch out.
Anytime I
Got to go to timeout.
Anytime I got in trouble when I was a kid, my dad told me to face the wall, and I would just stare at the wall for
Just stare
hours.
at the wall?
Yeah. It was effective.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to face the wall, so I didn't do anything stupid.
Did you ever push back against facing the wall?
No, but it had little green dots on the wall, so it was fun to count them every now and then. That was kind of an upside. But, it was effective because I was not trying to face the wall for that long. If you do something dumb, face the wall.
I saw a meme of this game or describing this game last night, and it feels like it kind of hit it on the head. You know that horse-drawn meme that everyone used to describe
Game of Thrones, yeah.
But it was just backwards.
That makes sense.
And it was perfect.
Yeah, it got better. Like, so many people turned this game off. I remember watching you leave the cave last night.
Yeah.
Like, I got to wake up. I'm done with
between
this.
that and I had to get up early for this.
Yeah. No, I get it for
I
sure.
couldn't watch it anymore. I just couldn't.
I can't get my kids to go in timeout. My daughter does this weird thing. Like my son will hit my daughter. I'll try to put him in timeout. She'll be crying about getting hit, but then she cries trying to protect him from timeout. Good older sister.
That's good. Yeah.
Put it on the line
that's
for a little
good
bro.
stuff.
All right, so that was a Thursday night football game. Wait, Katie. Oh, wait, no, I want to play this for you. You're going to appreciate this. You're a big smelling salt guy.
Yes.
Okay, look at Meyer before he's lining up for the game-winning 50-plus yard field goal.
Oh, yeah.
He had already hit a 50-yarder, and look at that's on the field right before he's walking out for the kick. I think at that point you already know you've lost.
So my buddy, funny story. He didn't play, but my first start against Penn State, he actually wrapped him in his wrist tape and, like wrapped him in. And so I'd come off the field, he'd unwrap, hand me one, and wrap back up. So every time, dude, I would just crack and huff that thing, dude. I love smelling salts.
Yeah, me and my buddies would we would do smelling salts just to like drink beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put it in the tab of the beer.
Yeah.
So as you're drinking, you're smelling
wow.
it. It's innovative.
Can I try that
Yeah.
like today?
Yeah, dude.
I would
need to get
love to
some.
try
I need to get
that.
What a Friday. That's a Friday beer if
I
I've
have a
heard
video
one.
just going chugging beer.
We're gonna order.
awesome.
We're gonna order some salts for the studio. But wait, so Katic, help the people understand though. What does a smelling salt feel like? What does it do?
It is like the most euphoric?
I would say euphoric. Like,
Euphoric?
Good one.
Jolt of energy you'll ever feel in your life. Like you could actually run through a wall,
Yeah.
punch cement. Like that's what you feel like. Like you can actually feel like Superman. Every time I did a smelling salt was before a game, before a big lift, anything, and it just, I love it.
It's an instant just.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get into some of the other.
Sorry, that just got me fired.
No, it does, dude. It's overpowering.
Yeah.
It's to the point where like you want to try to hit it harder and harder, and your nose is rejecting it, but you're getting more fired
And
up.
then you
the
ever
harder
hit
you
it so hard that you lose all like senses?
Yeah, you
Like you lose hearing, you
tear
lose
up.
like you feel like you're blacking out.
Is it just ammonia? Like what exactly is a smelling
No,
salt?
I think that's actually exactly what it is.
Oh, you just
Just
hit it
sniffing
and go back.
chemicals.
Yeah.
Not unlike yesterday when we were sniffing the football chemicals.
Yeah.
All right, so other games for this weekend, guys. Look, I got the Danny Dimes shirt on right now. Rams Colts coming up Sunday. This feels like the Colts have been incredible. We've said I think they're getting a little. I think they're doing a little, or whatever. I guess what I'm trying to say is the Broncos win is probably bigger than people are giving it credit for. But everybody's using this game to say, oh, the Colts real or not. I think they are. I'm calling them the Kirkland Brand Eagles. But the battle to watch here is Quentin Nelson and that Colts offensive line against Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, and that Rams defense line. That is going to be maybe the best trenches battle that's going to take place this Sunday.
Yeah, I agree. I love watching Quentin Nelson.
Yeah, he's on.
I was gonna say that feels like a Katic guy.
That's why I wore number 56 at Indiana. I've been a fan of his since he was at Notre Dame. Yeah, dude's an absolute animal. Yeah, I'm excited. I think the city of Indianapolis has been yearning for a good team that they could get behind.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years, but I'm happy for the city of Indy, and I like this Colts team.
Yeah, Danny Dimes is slinging it right now. I think they got a solid run game. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor, I think he's been the best back in the league so far.
Yeah.
This is a real test. This is going to be the game people see and say, hey, are these guys for real? And to me, I don't know. I think this is the Rams. I
want to be clear about how I feel about this. Because the question here is like, who's more of a contender? I think you have to answer that question with the Rams because they've done it.
Yeah.
And they got Stafford.
No, you're right.
And again, the defense is incredible, and Nakua is great. But I do think the Colts are better than we're giving credit for. Megan, I haven't looked at your money corner yet, so I don't want to step on any toes here. But do you have a read on this game?
Not necessarily as of yet. I've kind of dipped more into the college card this week.
Big card.
Look, I don't really know, again, about this a Colts team yet. And as you said, like you're a big Daniel Jones guy. As you said last week, though, and Dan said, I don't know about it, but Kevin O'Connell could be quarterback whisperer, but maybe just a year late.
Yes, okay, so what Megan's talking about there, and I this was very faulty logic that I was using, but it's playing out, right, is that, like, Shane Steichen, Kevin O'Connell, there are guys who they are quarterback whisperers. This is what I was using to support Wentz, And if you give them one of these vets, like a Darnold, a Jones, somebody who once had potential but maybe wasn't in a good situation, they can thrive. And that's what we have with Steichen and Daniel Jones. How about this? Daniel Jones gets a $100K bonus every win in which he plays over 50% of the snaps.
Wow.
How fun would that be?
That rocks.
I mean, right? You know, if you go home with a dub, you're taking home an extra $100K?
Absolutely.
So sick.
I do have a question.
Yes.
If Daniel Jones looks bad in this game, just looks like Daniel Jones of last year, guy that was a 50-50 touchdown to interception guy, is that indicative of how he's going to play the rest of the year, or do you think that he could bounce back from that? Do you think we see the floor here, or?
No, I think I would hope that he would be able to survive that. I don't know. Look, regardless of what you want to say about Danny, I don't know who's been through more kind of mental adversity.
5
in the
teams?
NFL.
5?
A lot of teams just
That's
get completely
insane.
lambasted, the butt of all the jokes. So I think he should, in theory, be able to flush one bad week.
Can I give you a fun fact about
I would
Daniel
love
Jones?
a fun fact.
This past year, he played on our intramural basketball team in New York City.
Wait,
and yeah.
Was he good?
Yes, dunking.
Oh my God.
And all the people. And we play against like finance bros. They're like 6 feet tall, and they're like, "Is that Daniel Jones?"
How tall is he?
He's like 6'4", probably.
Big man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he was really good.
Daniel Jones, I think the biggest critique of him, he just kind of has resting dumb face.
Yeah, his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes just look dumb.
I'll be the first to admit, when I see his picture and his eyes are staring through your soul, that gives me no confidence. I'm like, that quarterback's gonna stink. But he's proven me wrong so far. I'm a fan of DJ, so he's crushing.
Was he a good teammate? Did you play on his team? Because that's been one of the things that's been taking place on Instagram is a lot of his old teammates are popping up in the comments and like gassing him up. So there's kind of this narrative forming out there that regardless of what we thought on the outside, that the boys love him.
He's just really good at basketball.
Okay, yeah.
Great guy too.
All right, sorry, I got on my Indiana Jones high horse there. Again, check out the Barstool Sports Shop. We got plenty more NFL to get to, but coming up next, we're going to get into the college football weekend. We got the Crawler Corner. We're going to break down some film, preview a big noon kickoff as well. We got the Money Corner. It's all here on Wake Up Barstool. Keep it tuned to FS1. Oh, God, it gets me fired up, dude. Big noon kickoff coming up this weekend. Also, remember the Barstool College Football Show will be before Big Noon, and they get a segment on the big stage. Shout out to the homies, Brandon Walker, Big Ev, Big Cat, Case, everybody. Am I forgetting somebody? Dave? Yeah, for sure. All right, let's start then, because I want to get into college football weekend. It's the craziest college football weekend that we've seen in maybe ever. Feels like years and years and years. Let's just start with the big noon game. We're going to give you some film in a bit, but USC, a surprising USC team, I think we could frame it as thus far, traveling to Illinois, a battle of styles. Illinois trying to recover from the debacle of Bloomington. And USC trying to make a statement and say, hey, look, we're back. We're legitimate, and Lincoln Riley can still coach. Mikey, what's the read here?
So watching film with you, I really like USC. I think Maeva is a great quarterback. He uses his legs very well. And I just am really curious to see how Illinois bounces back after what the Hoosiers did to them last weekend. But, you know, Illinois has a lot of things to fix. Their offensive line was obviously a very poor spot against the Hoosiers on Saturday. But if they get that figured out, give Altmaier time to make plays, use his feet, and just like create the plays that we know he can make, then, you know, I think it's going to be a great game. But if they can't figure that out, then I think USC trounces them.
Yeah, it's odd that the offensive line struggled so much. To me, that speaks more to maybe Indiana's front seven because it's a good offensive line for Illinois. It's all guys that are return this season. Real quick, before you go too deep, how's Bloomington last week? First game in the crowd. For those who don't know, Mikey Katic was the center for Indiana last year, and that magical playoff run starting center. So this was his first game that he attended live as a fan.
It was the top 5 weekend of my life. The atmosphere was absolute bonkers. My family was there. Ella was with me. All my old roommates came back. It was truly incredible. Got the tailgate from sun up to sundown. Went out after the game. Saw the town, saw everyone. It was fantastic.
Beers.
Oh, yeah, show me. Here.
Probably about 38 beers. Probably about 38 beers.
Beers and heaters, baby.
Yeah.
What a weekend.
Yeah, so many heaters as well.
What is this? I've been told we have.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, I could have killed Ella.
You suplexed her.
I could have killed her. And her dad was right there too.
He was probably like, "Do it."
It was unbelievable, and thankfully, I mean, I was pretty much blacked out at this point of the night, but I backed her into that wall, which if I just dropped,
yes,
I would have squashed her head like a watermelon.
So again, two notes here.
Lord.
Dirty dancing moves are way harder than you think. It's just true. Secondly, we do need to give Katic credit for what he was just talking about, the physical awareness to pin her against the wall.
Yeah.
Because if it just drops, we're looking at a broken neck. Instead, you squash her.
Yeah.
And she lives.
I'll give it to Ella. She had great form.
Yeah.
She had great form.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Ella's got you know how a little kid, they're just like rubber, like they kind of bounce off the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like Ella's still at that age where she could just she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She'll be fine. It seems like y'all bounce back great.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Hoosiers. Let's get into some of the other big games.
Yep.
Tomorrow night, the biggest one on the docket in a massive slate, in my opinion, Penn State, Oregon, Happy Valley, at night, wide out. Dana, what's your, because I've talked to everybody else in this room about this game so far. What's your read on this?
This is the biggest game of the college football season so far. From what I've heard, okay, this guy Dante Moore is just the most pure passer.
He's been great
in college football right now. He's skyrocketing up draft boards right now. A little fun fact about me. I went to a Penn State tailgate 2 years ago. I had the worst meatball sandwich of my entire life.
Oh, dude.
Okay?
Oh, no.
I love the fine people of Penn State. I had an awesome time, but that left a bad, physically and metaphorically left a bad taste in my mouth. It is a whiteout. Oregon's traveling pretty far. I think Dan Lanning's boys they're ready to go. I think they take
so
it
too.
down. In a hostile environment.
So true.
I think they're just better tested. Penn State's played nobody. I love the people at Penn State, but you gave me a bad meatball sandwich.
Yeah, that's so true.
I mean, look, dude, that's not bad analysis right there. Katie, did you ever play in Happy Valley?
Played there 3 times.
How? I mean, what describe that atmosphere?
Everyone at Penn State says, I made these the loudest stadiums I've played in rankings, and Penn State was number 3. And everyone's like, oh, just because Indiana was terrible when you played here. But it's like, don't you want your fans to be consistent every single week? You claim that you're the best fans in the country, but then you don't show up when a bad team comes into town. It kind of pissed me off a little bit. But my biggest thing about this game is obviously James Franklin is 4-20 against top 10 opponents. Everyone, the narrative of can't win the big game. Oregon has every excuse in the world to lose this game. Coming in, coast to coast travel, 7:30 game, white out. They have every excuse to lose the game. If Penn State doesn't win this game, they have no excuses.
It's a disaster.
It will be a spiral. The fans will start turning against Franklin. Obviously, they might still make the playoff, but because this game will set up the rest of your season. If you lose this game, you lose your fans, you lose the boys. Franklin is going to go into a spiral. You can't win the big game. Narrative is true.
What's crazy about this game is I kind of think both teams still make the playoffs.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
But the narrative, like you're alluding to, is massive. And what really sucks for Franklin is that if you hate James Franklin, this is kind of a win-win. Because if he loses, it's disaster. But if he wins, you're just like, all right, we'll do it when it matters.
Yeah.
Do it again. Do it in the playoffs. Do it in the championship. So James Franklin's in a tough spot here, whereas Dan Lanning has nothing to lose, everything to gain. Meg, what do you think?
So this game makes me really nervous because I went around the office earlier in the week asking people who is their dog that they think can win outright this weekend, and about 80% of the office is on Oregon. And that day, the line was +3. And again, everyone is talking about how much they love Oregon, and now the line has moved to 3.5. Why? I'm not playing this game. It's very interesting. I'm excited to watch. I low-key felt like I was kind of cheating when I watched the Mummy uniform reveal because I really liked that video. It was a lot of fun, and it reminded me of like the Mighty Ducks logo. I don't have a play, but I'm really nervous for Oregon right now just because of how many people are on them and the line movement.
I think Penn State wins. I think Penn State wins all the elements. I know Oregon hadn't played anybody either.
I want Oregon.
I think they have too many elements working against them. We'll see. All right, let's get to the real biggest game of Saturday, guys. And I'm talking about LSU, Ole Miss in Oxford. Look at Meg. She's got the tiger stripe jumpsuit on. This is my favorite game every year. Some of my best memories of my life as a fan, as a player come from this game. It always gets weird in Oxford. Some books has LSU as the favorite. Some books have Ole Miss as the favorite. Here's where I sit. This LSU defense is the separating factor for me. And look, the emergence of Trinidad Chambliss, Ole Miss's quarterback, has been, if you're an Ole Miss fan, incredible to watch. If you wanted Ole Miss to stink, it's been a really bad development because here we thought Austin Simmons was going to be the guy. He's not. Chambliss is awesome. He's way better. Back-to-back games, over 300 yards, ton of touchdowns. But he ain't seen a defense like what LSU has this year. It's back. Mansour Delane, the transfer from Virginia Tech, the highest-rated corner in the entire country right now. Harold Perkins finally finding his way at that star position.
Park mode.
A little safety linebacker hybrid. Megan, I like the Tigers, in my completely unbiased opinion, to go into Oxford and beat down those Rebs. Pissing Ole Miss.
I love this Tigers team too. You're talking about Chambliss, but my thing is, if he was better than Simmons, why didn't he start the season? Also, yeah, he looked good, but he played in Arkansas and Tulane defense. He's coming to play, or we're going to play, and he's going to have to see our defense.
That's right.
And I would really like to see the running game get going here because obviously that's an Ole Miss weak spot. Durham, I think he's trending towards being 100% healthy. Barry will get some carries. I think the best plan of action here is for us to use that run game. Be careful, protect the ball, don't hurt yourself, but also make some plays. Defense wins championships. This game makes me so nervous, T-Bob. It's a double-edged sword working here. There's a guy that we work with that is an Ole Miss fan, LSU fan,
Mincy.
Tulane fan.
Wait, is he going to the game?
The Mincy Bowl.
Oh, he is?
Mincy's been to the game.
Oh, he is going?
Yeah, he's been to the game.
I haven't heard it 15 times.
But yeah, I think he's been like 23 or 26 times. Mincy's a real one. Look, but you better put some respect on his name because you were just talking about Indiana or Penn State fans not showing up for the bad games. He's lost the vast majority of those 23. And yet every year,
showing up.
My man puts it all in.
I'll give respect to him.
Every single year. What I love about this game is I don't know who's going to win, okay? I want LSU to win, obviously. But these are the games that remind you why we do it. There is no form of live entertainment that makes you feel the emotions of a football game in which a team you love is in an absolute coin flip battle. It's a quantum state. 3.5 hours. Is it a win or a loss? We don't know. The box isn't open yet. You're going to have times during that journey when you have the highest of highs. You're going to have time during that journey when you're ready to end it all, the lowest of lows. And then at the end, we'll have the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And that visceral emotion, that waffling back and forth, that roller coaster, that's what reminds us that we're alive and that we matter. And I'm going to be so freaking alive on Saturday.
I know I'm alive. I can feel my heart beating out of my chest.
I can't wait.
I want a smelling salt right now. Man. That was incredible.
Can I run through that door right now?
You are so good at that.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Why don't you just go to the game and give LSU a pregame speech?
Well, the one time I did the pregame video, we got our ass waxed.
And then use all these big words that no one knows.
Whatever he's used. Dana's been on fire today.
Yeah, I said metaphorically.
Yeah, exactly.
And lethargic. Don't forget about that one.
All right, next game, guys.
T-Bob, that was incredible.
Georgia, Alabama. We can talk about a million games here. The more I sit with this game, and again, it shows a sign of the times that this isn't the premier one, but I don't see how Alabama wins. And it's not even a slight to Alabama.
No.
They're playing better. Ty Simpson's playing well. I think Florida State's really good, so I'm not even knocking them for that loss. But I saw a Georgia team go into Tennessee, somehow find a way to get that. They've won 33 games in a row at home, beat 8 top 15 teams in that win streak. And to me, it's just the stability of the program. Nobody has it more stable and figured out than does Kirby Smart, whereas Alabama appears in flux. Give me the Dogs.
I agree.
The only reason I think Bama has a slight chance is because Georgia, their pass rush is not great. They have 4 sacks on the year. Ty Simpson has been good. Last 2 games, he's thrown, I believe, 85%.
He's the highest-rated passer in the SEC.
So give him time, which is what Georgia has been kind of doing over the past couple weeks. Maybe they have a chance, but I think this is Georgia in an obvious win.
So, Megan, are you saying from a gambling perspective you like Bama, or are you saying to win the game outright in Athens?
So, this is a game, I have 7 plays for the week. I did not play this game. This is one that I might play live. Obviously, the Tide has not been good on the road under Coach Kellen. But again, as Dana alluded to, the pass rush, little iffy, and Alabama does have some like NFL quality type receivers.
Jeremy Bernard's been great.
Can they cover them? I don't know. Again, I'll probably play this live. I didn't want to take a risk against Kirby Smart in Athens, but if Alabama can get out and start this game hot and score first and take some air out of Athens, take some bark out of these Bulldogs, could be an upset for Bama.
I like bark out of the Bulldogs. It's a good line.
Can I say something?
Bars.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course. No,
it doesn't feel the same without Saban. It doesn't.
It'll never be the same.
I'm not as hyped up as I would be in years past.
Man.
I just can't get there.
A Saban Smart Alabama Georgia would be the number 1 game.
That's just another funny thing about sports is that they just remind you about the inexorable march of time.
Yeah.
You know,
don't say you don't know that.
Every day we're just one step.
The imaginable step of time.
You don't know that word.
Inexorable.
Inexorable amount
Every
of time.
day, guys, we're one step closer to death's door. So that's why on Saturdays like tomorrow, we gotta lock in and we gotta have fun.
Oh, I'm gonna watch T-Bob. I'm gonna watch every.
Oh no, for sure. I just mean that like as you get older, you judge things by like, okay, now I'm old enough to be this athlete's dad, or this NFL head coach is now younger than me.
Yep.
Or like Nick Saban, who's been there for my entire life, is now on college game day.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Question, Dana, are you going to be pulling the phone out at the wedding or what?
I will be. It doesn't start till like 5-ish, so what time's this one at? 3:30?
This is at 6:30. No, this is 6. Oh wait,
6:30.
This is 6:30.
Okay,
this is going head to head. Yeah, this is going head to head with Oregon Penn State. It's crazy.
Not on the dance floor.
Oh no,
but
of course not.
Maybe dinner time.
Maybe they throw a TV up on the thing.
Dude, that's the one thing I wanted at my wedding, but there was no football on, so I guess it didn't make sense. But if it was during the fall, I was going to say I need a room with a ticker. That's what I think weddings should have. Weddings should have a ticker.
That would be awesome.
That way,
around the bar top.
People won't be on their phones. You can just see the scores. You don't have to be like totally distracted. You can just see the ticker, move on.
Just have an April wedding.
Thank you, Megan. All right, let's go to break. We'll go back to Wake Up Barstool. Let's dive right in. It is time for Megan's Money Corner. By the way, guys, Megan, 5-1 in the Money Corner last week. Let's go, Meg. That's big wins. What we like this week?
All right, so big card this week. Last 2 weeks, total 8-2. I have 8 plays on this card, so things could go a little awry. I'll run through the picks really quick, and then I'll just tell you about like my favorite 3. So I like TCU plus the 3. I got Georgia Tech minus 13.5, Syracuse plus 5.5, UCF plus 5.5, Smith Tate anytime touchdown parlay, LSU money line, Texas A&M minus 6.5, and Kentucky plus 6.5. Now, I'll give you a little snippet of my favorite games. So last week I lost on the Friday game, which was Rutgers, Iowa. Yep. I'm going back and taking a little bait for a Friday game. TCU at Arizona State. I am taking TCU. Josh Hoover has been impressive, coming off a monster win against SMU. On the flip side, Arizona State is coming off a big win against Baylor. But TCU is 6th in the nation in passing and 11th in scoring passes, and Arizona State struggles with the pass here. The Horned Frogs keep making me money. I'm going back to the well. Give me TCU plus the 3. Next up.
It is funny because normally this is a game, right? Ranked team that's the dog. You think, oh, that's stinky. But you and Big Ev are on this, and y'all are both very accomplished.
Yeah, I like this Horned
Trust
Frogs
the process,
team.
Guys.
They seem very, very well-rounded. Next up on the docket, I really like this play. So Ohio State, Washington. You look at Washington's schedule, kind of looks like they've played a basketball schedule. It's kind of weird looking, but I didn't really know what to do in this game because I do think Ohio State should cover and get the job done, but instead went a little fun play here with a Smith-Tate anytime touchdown parlay.
Love it.
Plus 224. They both have 3 tutties on the year, so I think it's very doable here. Lastly, I would like to give out, I would say, I really like A&M minus the 6.5. Auburn had that tough game against Oklahoma, which they needed that safety to cover for me. But Mateer apparently broke his thumb in the first quarter of the game and was still able to get it done. So I think this Elko's group off of a bye. Right before that, they had that huge win that you got to witness at home. 12th man's going to be loud and weird. I like A&M laying almost a touchdown, under the touchdown, just to be safe.
Yeah, this is an interesting one to me, and I agree with the play. I don't know if I've played it yet, but if I did, this is the side that I would. This is kind of a final stand in some ways for Hugh Freeze here. After dropping that Oklahoma game, if they drop this one, all the expectations that were built through an offseason of bringing in Arnold, all the NFL talent, the big win over Baylor, which they looked very good to start the year, like that's all kind of at risk of dissipating in College Station this weekend. And for A&M, if they want to avoid being Texas 8-4, like they are every year, like these are the games that they lose in the past and they have to find a way to win. Didn't they go to like 4 OTs last year?
Yes,
This game
it's
is insane. I think Auburn ended up pulling it out maybe at home. I can't remember.
Yeah, so those are all the plays that I am on this week. Obviously, some of the numbers have changed, some in my favor, some not, but let's make some money.
Let's make some money. Let's go, Megan. Hey, Mikey, thank you so much for the Brandon Walker about to join the show. And hour 2 of WUB coming up right next around the corner. WUB up. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool. T-Bob, Brandon Walker, Dana Beers.
Time out.
Megan Makin Money, what?
Time out.
I liked it.
No. Did you say wub up?
Yeah.
No, I said what up.
You said wub up. Like,
Did I?
I'm a T-Bob guy. I can't support that.
I
Did
can't.
I?
You know
no,
what? I like the cheese.
Not on a Friday.
it.
Thank you, Megan. Friday is the best time for stupid puns.
Wub up.
Yeah, I'm on fire this week between that and my Trinidad Tobago jokes. I mean, I can't be beat, guys. But of course you can't get me down. It's Friday. We got football on the weekend. But they had one of my best friend's wedding for tonight. It's going to be great. Brandon, what's up?
I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. We went from maybe the most jolly person in the company to maybe the most ornery person in the company.
Not ornery.
You're
it's
a curmudgeon.
It's a beautiful Friday.
Okay, this is actually the best mood. Are you?
I was in a great mood till I heard wub up.
Honorary sounds like horny.
He didn't say ornerary. Are you combining ornery with honorary?
I don't know.
My God. You don't know words? You don't know words.
Yeah,
what am I? Can we? What are we doing?
I love this so much, dude.
What is ornery? Does that mean like
Ornery.
grumpy?
It's not a word.
Yeah,
grumpy?
ornery. Just ornery.
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 You've never. Hold on. Time out again. Second time out. In the first
You're wasting all your time out.
Have you never heard the word ornery?
I've heard honorary.
Just ornery? Is that what you've heard?
No, it's ornery. You never heard of ornery?
No, I've heard
honorary.
grumpy. I've heard cranky. I've heard angry.
Brandon, you missed 67 days
Irascible.
of high school. You shouldn't be saying anything.
All right.
Hot start.
All right, guys, look, we're going to get into some NFL. We got, of course, college football's #1 voice here.
So just in time for some NFL talk.
So we're going to talk college football as well, as we have been all day. We got more games to break down. On the NFL in hour 1, we touched on a few. We have not yet touched on Ravens-Chiefs.
The 1-3 bowl.
Yeah, crazy that these two teams would be 1-2 entering this game. Maybe even crazier that I feel really good about the Ravens, despite the fact that this is in Arrowhead.
I don't think that's unusual. I think if you watch the Ravens and the way they've lost their 2 games, they've had some Derrick Henry fumble issues. They've had some issues that are very fixable and very not repeatable, and therefore they've lost. The Chiefs in their 2 losses have just not looked very good.
They're a hard watch.
And the Chiefs are a hard watch. The Ravens are an easy watch. The Derrick Henry just fumbled a couple times, and there was more against the Lions. There was than just the Derrick Henry fumble. They couldn't really move the ball in the second half as much. But I think the Ravens look like a more functional offense more of the time than the Chiefs do. The Chiefs have fallen into this pattern over the last couple of years. Be bad, be slow, be ugly, and have Patrick Mahomes save you.
Yes.
And it hasn't happened 2 times in the first 3 weeks.
Dana, what's your read on this?
I'm ready to put my stake in the ground and say the Chiefs are done. They're washed.
Before this game even. Is this they put your stake after the game, or you're saying before the game?
I think he just took stake out
right now.
I put my stake in now, and
Rare or medium rare?
Medium rare.
Medium rare.
Yeah.
Well, he is not ready for wordplay.
I don't know. We've seen this in the past with the Chiefs, and this year just seems a little different. He's throwing to Tyquan Thornton, who was a famous bust on the Patriots. It just doesn't look good. Kelsey looked bad last year, but he also, I think this is the game that kind of puts them behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Kelsey looks 35 years old.
Yeah.
Mahomes looks like he doesn't have anybody to throw to. I say if the Dolphins keep losing, the NFL should step in and make Tyreek Hill go back to the Chiefs. I think everybody gets more interested as soon as that happens.
I agree.
I don't think that's legal, and I don't think either team is interested in making the move, but I'm interested in watching a receiver play for the Chiefs this year.
Do you think he wants to?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Tyreek this year.
Me neither.
So I think if Patrick Mahomes loses this game, he should be relegated, and Dylan Raiola should just go ahead and take over.
Just replace him, get younger. It's basically the same player. Y'all can get your jokes off. Raiola's played pretty awesome. He put together a pretty good stat line, a bit of a misleading stat line, but he was under pressure constantly against Michigan.
You're a Raiola apologist, though.
No, I think we overcorrected because he ended in such a disastrous way that first year.
He has played decently well for Nebraska's quarterback. It doesn't take away the fact that it is bizarre that he is doing a cosplay of Patrick Mahomes.
I couldn't disagree more.
I hate it so much.
It's down to everything. Like he reacts to touchdowns the same way. He reacts to calls.
Everybody reacts to touchdowns that way. He just looks like he just.
Apologist.
I got you, Dylan. Don't worry, boo. All right, let's go ahead and dive into college then this weekend.
That was a long NFL segment.
Well, I mean, look, production senses were already on. Okay, you know what? Screw you. Because there's 2 more things I want to talk about then.
Good.
Eagles, Bucks.
So I work every day with an Eagles fan, Connor Griffin, and I don't know if you have the privilege to work with Eagles fans, but they are just absolutely the worst.
Yeah, Philly fans
They
are
are
the worst.
on top of the league, and they still act like they are downtrodden. They still act like poor us, woe is us. Connor's talking about we're going to the Bucks. We never beat Tampa. We never win in Tampa. And like, you beat everybody, and you win every week.
Even last week, they're down 26-7. They're booing. They're done. We suck. We can't run the ball. And look what happened.
And was there ever a moment? I mean, I guess there was a moment where I thought, okay, the Rams look really good, but I never thought, well, the Eagles are just down and out now.
The Rams look good the entire game.
And then what it forced them to do was actually use A.J. Brown, use Devontae Smith, use the passing game that is there when they need it. I don't know why they didn't use it the first couple of weeks. I think the Eagles, this is a good game. I like the Eagles much better as a team than Tampa. Tampa seems like they're just they kind of got the Chiefs model. They're playing down to their opponent for a couple of quarters and then saying, Baker, save us.
Well, they also they're doing the Chiefs model, but a lot of it's due to injury, right? Yeah. None of the original starting O-line still in their spots. Clyde Clancy goes down. The Bucks just have to survive the injuries. And I do know this. Final possession, right now, there's probably not a quarterback that you would want in the league outside of Baker Mayfield. Pat might be the other one there. Dana, Packers, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. Mm-hmm. As we are a national sports talk show, we are contractually obligated to talk about the Cowboys, but this one actually is interesting because of the Micah Parsons storyline.
Let me tell you, there's a big difference here between being trash and looking like trash.
Okay.
Last week, the Packers looked like trash.
Yes.
The Cowboys are trash.
True.
They are a bad football team. They have a horrendous defense. The Packers ran into a solid defense in the Browns.
I think the Browns might be the best defense in the league.
I love the Browns. If they just put in Shedeur. I know you're going to hate that. I know. Yes, that's my guy.
It'd at least
put him
be
in.
Fun.
It'd be fun to watch.
I did like Joe when he came on.
Fun to watch for what?
I don't know, because
what if he does well?
Storyline guy.
What if he does well? It'd be awesome.
The Packers this is a big bounce back for them. I think they win by 10+.
Yeah, I don't think that you could, in terms of disparities, I don't know that you could have a bigger one going from the Browns defense to this Cowboys defense now.
It might be going from 1 to 32.
I think so. That's what I mean. Like, you mathematically cannot. And, I mean, again, Brandon, Micah Parsons, as if that man needs any extra motivation, is going to be on fire Sunday night.
Didn't Jerry Jones say that he's not going to honor him, like, being back, and, like, so there's, like, an extra narrative? I'm pretty sure.
Well, I think he shouldn't. I mean,
they should right now, but
I agree with that. But if I'm Micah Parsons, he said, I believe he was, like, not a big deal, like, wasn't worried about it, which I translated to, I'm about to get in that ass.
Yes, you're 1,000% correct.
Well, yeah, but Micah Parsons played there, 4 years, 5 years?
I'm not saying Jerry should honor him, but she's 1,000% correct
that
about psycho athletes
just
and
an
these
extra
motivations
narrative
that they use. Yes, he's gonna be on fire. So yeah, Packers.
Dak better watch out.
Yeah.
I can see the Cowboys bouncing back as well, but I don't think they can beat the Packers. But I can see them bouncing back and being a better effort than they showed against the Bears.
No CeeDee Lamb.
No CeeDee Lamb. Dakota's done. All right, let's dive into the college.
Okay, well, Dakota's not really done. Dak is still a very good quarterback in this league.
What?
That's all.
Mississippi State's undefeated. You just feel
Dak
all
with a little
fat and
respect.
cocky now?
Let's treat Dak with a little respect.
By the way, okay, let's talk about Mississippi State, because I don't think many shows are going to do it here. You know, I'm talking about these other national sports shows.
Sure.
Mississippi State, Tennessee this weekend in Starkville. The bells are going to be rolling, Brandon.
Vegas.
There's only one of these teams that's undefeated, and it ain't those dirty Volunteers.
A, bells don't roll, they ring. And B, yeah, you said the bells will be rolling? They're going to ring. Anyway.
Wait, what about this? Will the bells be tolling?
He got me.
Yeah, thank you.
You're ready for wordplay.
The bells will toll. It's a good point, T-Bob, because this college football weekend isn't just about the games at the top. Your Penn States, your Oregons, your Georgias, your Alabamas. Those are the marquee and those are the headlines. But this slate goes 12 to 15 games deep of very interesting football starting tonight with TCU, Arizona State, and then, of course, Florida State and Virginia.
Yeah, two sneaky great Friday
But
games.
this one right here is like an orphan on the slate on Saturday. This is in that weird SEC network. We don't really have a good game, but we still have to broadcast it. It's at 3:15 after everybody else kicks off at 2:30 Central Time. Tennessee at Mississippi State. Mississippi State's 4-0. I want to believe with all my heart. In my life, I'm 46. We've gotten to this point sometimes we get to this point in our first big SEC game. Here we go. Bells are loud. It's 38-7 at the half. I fear Tennessee. I think Tennessee, that number beside them is 15. I think they're more like a top 5 or 6 team. I fear they flex this weekend. By tomorrow, by 3:15, I will have convinced myself we're going to beat them. But right now, the reality has me by the throat and is telling me, relax, buddy. Tennessee's very, very good.
You just described one of my favorite rhythms that we hit in doing this job when you love a team that you're trying to be objective about.
Yeah.
And it's that during the week you maintain some of that objectivity. You're able to be honest.
Yeah.
And then Saturday you just fully give yourself over to emotion.
Yeah. The deeper in the week you go, usually by Thursday it's like, well, and then Friday afternoon it's like, oh, hey.
Like, I gotta think about it.
Let's just roll the footballs out and see what happens. And by Saturday, you're just frothing at the mouth and give me anything orange.
I'm already at that point.
You're already frothing.
Yeah.
We've been frothing all morning.
Who are you frothing about? Oh, you're frothing about Ole Miss?
I mean, come on, Brandon. You're going to act like you didn't say the matchup, but I know you care about this redheaded stepchild of a game, but that is obviously.
Megan, can you stand up? Is that going to mess up your mic or anything?
No,
Look at this. Look at this, dude. You think she's not frothing? Look at her, dude. Look. Oh, wait. You got to stand. Now move back this way, the camera. Yeah, look at this, dude. She's got a full tiger jumpsuit on.
She's like Kim Mulkey.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Our queen. She does look like Kim Mulkey. Put some damn respect in that coach's name.
Kim Mulkey, she's the best.
She's the GOAT, dude.
Also, I'm frothing.
Brandon's a hater.
He's a major hater, dude.
Why are you frothing?
I'm thinking about the skillet I'm going to eat after this. That's why.
Yeah,
I'm
he's frothing as
well.
well.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why he didn't get your
Spinach
steak.
feta
joke.
sausage.
Have you texted Katic? Because when Katic stood up, he said, "Let me know if you want a skillet," and you didn't say anything. Now your insides are churning.
Yeah. Can I say something?
I have a mic on.
I feel like you and I have a pretty decent relationship, right?
Yeah.
You like me, I like you.
Yeah.
I don't want to damage that relationship at all, but I watched the first Mississippi State game I have ever really watched recently.
Sure.
I hate those bells.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
That, Dana, is music to my ears.
I'm sorry.
I like a Northeast jackass like you not being able
I know.
to handle
I
being able to handle the cowbells.
I know.
That fuels me. I love that.
I can admit that it's not a good characteristic of mine. I should be able to.
It's a tradition.
I know. I should be able to.
It's in. I took it, boys.
We took it yesterday for roughness.
I took it.
It's not here.
I took it in my studio.
I don't hate a cowbell, but it's just very distracting. When
you don't like 60,000 cowbells.
I'll say
very
this, bro.
distracting.
It's loud. It gets loud. I've played there. I played there a primetime Thursday night game. 50,000 cowbells going crazy. Gets as loud as anywhere else in the country. So maybe the home dogs get it done.
But I do think this is emblematic of what this weekend is.
Yep.
Like again, Oregon and Penn State is at the top. Georgia, Alabama's at the top. You've got 12 to 15 games on the undercard that are phenomenal college football.
Indiana, Iowa. I mean, Indiana coming off of a massive win. They have another big game next week. This is a game where I'm 36 for our entire lives. For 34 years, this is a game that Iowa's going to win at home against Indiana. They're hopeless, right? And yet, this year, objectively, Indiana should win. The only note here, and shout out to Liam Blutman, he gave us out on roughness. I did not realize this. Right now, Iowa's offensive line, according to PFF, features the number 1 graded left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, and then Dunker at right tackle is number 2.
Wow.
Pretty
so
impressive.
pretty great across the board.
Great, awesome. Which begs the question: why does their offense still suck?
Yeah, they're starting to come alive a little bit in Piscataway.
Piscataway, they started to go a little bit. They scored 38 points. Now, Rutgers, one of the worst defenses in the country. They gave up a lot to Ohio and a lot to other teams as well. But Iowa did finally show some life offensively. Can that carry over to Indiana?
I think one thing they figured out is let's just run Gronowski, right? And he needs to still be better in the air. I thought he'd be a bit better than he's been. But I think Indiana wins this game on the road, Brandon.
What flavor skillet?
I'm on a health kick, so spinach, feta, sausage, cheddar, hot sauce.
It's a bad skillet.
I know it's a bad skillet.
We're gonna do a skillet like you don't go half stepping in the whole.
I did the reverse. Like everyone gets ready and they're healthy for their wedding. I got married and now I'm trying to be healthy. Makes no sense.
Man's on a health kick and he's dreaming about pork sausage over here. I'm trying to be healthy. Give me some of that sausage.
I mean, but sausage, it's protein, right? No.
All right, fine. I'll get the meat lovers.
Okay, whatever. See,
all right.
You can twist him into so many knots.
No, because now I'm going to get meat lovers.
All right, next on the docket, Notre Dame, Arkansas.
Sneaky.
Yeah, that a lot of people are saying that about Notre Dame. Maybe in trouble. No defense in this game, at least not up to this point in the season for either team. Brandon, you kind of like these Hogs here. Are you calling them? You a blue pig?
I think Arkansas is winning this football game.
Only other person that said that was Ben Mintz.
Yeah, well, Ben, listen, I hate him, but he knows ball.
He said it's a system play.
He knows. It's not a system play for me. I've watched these teams play. And Arkansas is 2 plays away from being 4-0 and in the top 15 in the country. They fumbled going in to beat Ole Miss at the 22-yard line. They fumbled going in to beat Memphis at the 7-yard line. They have fumbled away 2 games. They're 2-2. Now they're fighting for their coach's life. If they like playing for him at all, they're going to play as hard as they can against a Notre Dame team who can't play defense. Defensively, they're just not good. They made Marcel Reed look like a Heisman winner. He's a good quarterback. He ain't a great quarterback, and they made him look like a great quarterback. Taylor Green at Arkansas is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the country. They're going to score. They're going to score. They're going to score, and I think they're going to beat Notre Dame.
Wow.
They need this one. They got Tennessee and Texas A&M next. If they lose 3 in a row, I think that they don't even have a chance at a bowl game.
Yeah,
and he's getting fired soon. Yeah. And Bobby Petrino is going to be their coach the rest of the season.
What a wonderful, wonderful web that real life weaves. I'm actually on the opposite side of you here, Brandon. And it's not that I even necessarily disagree with the points you make, because those are all it's solid logic to build a case on. I just think Notre Dame they just have to have this. I mean, quite literally, they have to have this. I really like CJ Carr. Arkansas finds ways to lose, and that's what bad teams do.
Yeah.
So it's like, I agree with your logic, but I find that logic may crack because Arkansas finds ways to crack it. Mm-hmm. And the culture of Notre Dame is in such a healthy spot as opposed to Arkansas here that I actually like the Irish to go on the road and right the ship a bit here. Is anybody going to play the over, or is it just way too high now at 64.5?
No, it's playable. If you're playing the total on this game, you need to play the over.
Okay, next, one more game here to wrap up. Ohio State, Washington. again, like to Brandon's point, a game that a lot of times would be second, third billing. Now we're getting to last. Another one where people are starting to really like the home dog here in the Huskies.
It is very rare for the number one team in the country to be a single-digit favorite against an unranked team.
Yeah.
And right here, I think it's the third such case in the last 15 years or something like that. A lot of people like Washington. I know Blutman on Unnecessary Roughness likes Washington a lot more than I do. I don't see a team that I think can compete with Ohio State. I could be proven wrong on Saturday, but
Damon Williams.
Thank you very much, Damon Williams. They got a great receiver out there. This is a good offense. It's a solid team. I just don't know if it's a team that's going to go up against the number one defense in the country and compete at that level for 4 quarters.
Pretty shocking stat there. Washington winners of 22 in a row at home.
Well, they got a beautiful place out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
You ever been sailgating?
I've never been sailgating, but this is very random. My first ever start was at Washington.
That is random.
I don't know
That
why
is
we
really
played
random.
them. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was August, and it was like 60 degrees.
When you did
no
your
rain.
college freeloading tour where you just get free beer at every college around the country, have you gone to Washington?
No, I didn't. But speaking of which, we're going to talk about my Bearcats?
Uh-oh, who do the Bearcats have this weekend? Look at Dana, call him
Are we
Dana
going to talk about my
Chili.
Bearcats?
Yeah, who do
We're
they got?
gonna.
At
Yeah,
some
actually,
point.
wasn't played
Before
on.
I get into that, I want a little fun fact because when I see schools, I like to bring up fun facts. Ohio State. One time I went to a Ohio State women's volleyball game, drank 11 beers.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You went to
How many timeouts I got left?
you got one. You used 2.
Timeout.
Okay.
Your fun fact about the school Ohio State is that you once drank 11 beers there.
Yeah,
At a volleyball game.
at a volleyball game.
specifically.
They sell beers at their volleyball.
Oh
games?
yeah.
Okay.
It was awesome.
All right.
My take on this game, though, Washington hasn't really played anybody
No.
that has any type of explosiveness offensively. Ohio State obviously does. The only chance they have is maybe the fact that Ohio State is traveling to Seattle and they're tired or something. I don't know. I think this is a handle. They win handily.
This is a how good are they really game for Ohio State for me.
For both teams, really.
True. But I just think with Ohio State, I think it's like I think they're going to win, and so for me, it's just like by how much, how do they look?
That's why I went with the touchdown parlay.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't
Stay
know
away
what-
from the spread.
Yeah, just wanted to see some points.
Dana, if you were at this game, how many beers would you yug on the boats?
In Seattle, you're saying?
What does that matter?
It does matter because
How does that matter at all?
elevation.
Situational beers. We don't
Okay, say you're going to be in Seattle, Minneapolis, or Bozeman, Montana on Saturday. That changes the
Seattle has elevation.
Also, I mean,
no, it just doesn't.
but
it's,
Dana-
it's right on the water, Dana.
Stop. It has elevation, Brandon. You don't know what you're talking
right
about.
on the
It
water.
has
Drink more
elevation.
beers than elevation.
It's literally at sea level.
Also, Dana, I mean, boat beers. When
Boat
you're
beers
on a
are
boat,
awesome.
you
They're-
drink
they're-
way more
they're
beer.
top-
Like, that's basic human math.
They're like top 8 beers.
But do you think on a sailboat, I feel like you might want to drink like a sangria?
Producer, what's Seattle's elevation?
You are actually right. But maybe it's not on a sailboat though. Maybe it's on like a nice like a
pontoon?
yacht or something.
I'm saying it's between.
Pontoons are the premier beer boats. That's Louisiana, and you're talking. I freaking agree.
Seattle's elevation, 148 feet.
Okay, exactly. It's elevated. Louisiana's under sea level.
Boat beers are probably top 8 beers.
Oh, you just transitioned.
Speaking of top 8s, remember that in MySpace?
Yes.
Top 8s?
Yes.
I had 2 friends in middle school that were twins. They were my best friends, and I couldn't decide which one to put at 1 and 2.
Oh no.
It was an absolute disaster for years.
That's why you gotta leave them both off.
The Downies. Shout out to Ben and Brandon. I didn't know which one to put first. I decided with Ben, but I liked them both the same.
The Downies, poor Brandon.
Obviously not, Dana.
He's been dealing with the pain for years.
So you went alphabetical. You went Ben over Brandon.
I suppose, yeah.
You didn't know
Both
that
great
part, did you?
guys. Both great guys.
Still friends with him?
No.
Did it rip you apart?
Well, yes, I moved. There was a whole thing.
All right. We gotta go. All right, guys. Look, we got. Speaking of top 8, we got some top 8 coming up for you next, as well as Shinsanity. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. Brandon, my friend Rivers just sent me something that I think is a good omen for you this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The people are calling it the Mississippi Miracle.
Yes. What is it?
The state of Mississippi, on a 4th grade reading level
Yep.
that everybody gets graded on,
Yep.
has climbed from 49th in the country to 9th.
Wow.
What is going on?
Our fourth graders are kicking ass.
I thought we were supposed to be together in this. Louisiana and Mississippi, we're just fighting over 49. What, y'all just leaving us in the dust?
Doing great things.
I hope y'all lose, dude. I hope Tennessee whoops that ass in Starkville this weekend, dude.
Because our kids can race?
Yeah, we had a deal. We were supposed to both be incompetent forever together.
Hang out with Arkansas. Don't worry about us.
They're probably still more obese than us right now.
Wait, hold on. Time out. You think that's actually true? I don't know if that's
I guarantee you that one's true.
Okay, good. We still got that. All right, guys. Sneaky great slate of Saturday games coming up. Well, Friday, actually, because that's what we're going to talk about here. Coming up tonight, two good ones to watch if you're a college football head. FSU at Virginia, Arizona State. Is it TCU at Arizona State? Excuse me. But let's start with Virginia. This game, I keep rubber banding back. Because at first it was obviously FSU. Then everybody in the office starts whispering, hey, actually Virginia. But now there's so many whispers that I kind of found myself going back to Virginia here, Meg.
It's the same kind of deal
back to FSU,
with that Oregon game. Everyone is so high on Oregon in the office. And then I went around. So all of the dogs that people picked outright were either Virginia or Oregon.
Yep.
That made me nervous because everyone being on them here usually doesn't translate well, so I stayed away from this game.
We actually have like a pretty good representation of the general public in this office.
I was the first whisper.
I thought Liam was the first
He
whisper.
was not, because I picked Virginia as my surprise team in the ACC 3 months ago.
You were the third whisper.
I was the first whisper. I was the third person you came up to. I was the first whisper as far as Virginia winning this football game. I remember a night in the fall of 1995. Florida State had won 278 straight games. They were number one team in the country. They had work done in the backfield. They go to Virginia on a sleepy Thursday night, and they get beat. Work done on 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. They do a direct snap to him, doesn't make it. Virginia has the biggest win in their program's history. Tonight, Friday night, 30 years after that fact, they're wearing the 1995 throwbacks.
Oh.
And it's going to happen again. I know you like uniforms.
I love
uniform
uniforms.
matchups.
1995 throwbacks.
I didn't know this.
From when they beat Florida State the first time, they're going to do it again. Virginia is sneaky, a pretty good team. Chandler Morris can quarterback. He made one mistake this year, and they lost a fluke game to NC State. They should not have lost that game. He was going in to win the game. He had a crosser in front of him for a touchdown. He had a fade that was going to be an interception. He chose the fade, and he shouldn't have, but he is a good quarterback.
He's a great quarterback.
And I believe Virginia is going to beat Florida State tonight.
I guess the only thing that's holding me back is, and admittedly I haven't watched either of these teams as closely, not since that Bama game for FSU, but that D-line did look so overwhelming in the Bama game. Can Chandler Morris survive that? Do the 95 unis put you on Virginia, Dana? Does that change the analysis?
I'm going to tell me, I can't say it in the last
Castellanos?
It's either Llanos or Llanos.
I know. I just say either. It doesn't matter. It's like Genghis Khan, Genghis Khan.
Castellanos, Llanos, Stan. I love the way he plays quarterback. I love the way he runs. I unfortunately disagree with Brandon here because I love Brandon and he has great hair. Another fun fact about Virginia, Tony Bennett looks like my dad.
Those are great fun facts.
Big time. It's crazy.
For those keeping track at
Tony
home.
Bennett's no longer employed.
I know, but he was the coach of basketball team at one point. Looks like my dad.
And they were very good. And won Natty, right?
From a betting perspective, ACC opener, Miami on deck. It does seem like this could be a hairy
Friday
spot
night.
for Virginia.
Fridays get weird.
They
Fridays
get real
get
weird.
And then the other one here is TCU hitting the road at Arizona State. As Megan talked about earlier, this is normally a line that gamblers wouldn't like. You know, a ranked TCU team coming in as the dog. But there is enough to like about TCU. And Meg, Hoover and that passing attack seem very well positioned to take advantage of a leaky Arizona State pass D.
Yeah, I'm already on TCU plus a 3. I gave my breakdown earlier.
Well, you're all wrong.
But that's fine, Brandon.
You're all wrong.
You might be the number
And
one
why is
college.
that?
You might be the number one college football personality, but I'm the gambler. So you can sit in that seat and I'll sit there, and you can just hush your little mouth.
She went 5-1 last week, bro. What'd you go?
That's great. I don't know. You're wrong because Arizona State got dinged too much for losing to Mississippi State. At Mississippi State, they lost in the final minute.
Bias.
They did. They got dinged way too much for losing that game. Now tonight, it's in the desert. It's at home. They had a big win against Baylor last week. Baylor's
it was
a
a great
solid
win.
football team.
Great
They
win.
went on the road and beat Baylor. TCU is good. I like TCU. I think there's 4 teams that stand shine above the rest in the Big 12. 2 of them are in this game. The other 2 played last week in Utah. I think Arizona State wins here. I think Arizona State has been.
Is this one of them?
Can I ask you, were you on Utah or Texas Tech last week?
I was on Texas Tech to thump them.
Okay, me too. Just wanted to make sure.
All right, don't know why you're making the competition. We're simply talking ball here, Megan.
No, because you told us we were wrong, so she's telling you you're wrong.
Oh, well, she was wrong and you're wrong. It's
fair
Arizona State.
In sports and war. We're going to find out. And to be clear, my TCU pick's not about dinging Arizona State. It's about believing in TCU. And Hoover and, well, if Eric McAllister can do even a modicum of what he did last week.
Ranked team is a road underdog. It's just she knows. It's a
I understand, but I do like this TCU team. I think they're a very complete team. And again, he said Big Ev's on it. I trust Big Ev too.
Yeah.
I like Big Ev's logic behind things.
All right, let's go this. Let's each give one team that's maybe outside the top 15 that we think we can make the playoffs while we're playing with this idea of sneaky teams. Let's not do Tennessee. They're at 15. Brandon, do you have anybody that you could rise all the way up here?
I have a sneaky team to make the playoff, and I have a super mega sneaky team to make the playoff.
Okay, start with your sneaky.
It is the Missouri Tigers at number 20. I call them to make the playoff to begin the season. I see nothing to change that fact. Their schedule is very manageable in the SEC. They got one of the favorable schedules. They have the best running back in the country in Ahmad Hardy. They have a very good quarterback, a top 10 quarterback in Bo Prabula. Kevin Coleman's a great receiver. The tight end Norfleet's very good. This is an offense that's good at every single position, and their schedule is set up for them to go 10-2, even if they're not very good. So I love Missouri to make the playoff, and my super mega sneaky team to make the playoff, the Auburn Tigers.
Ooh.
Auburn.
You're wrong about that one.
Outside the top 25. I do like the shot, though.
The Auburn Tigers went on the road last week and did everything but beat Oklahoma. It took the Oklahoma governor, the National Guard, and the officials to keep Auburn from winning that game. Auburn is better than people think, and they have to go to A&M and win this weekend. I think they very well can, and then they would have to split Georgia and Alabama. The schedule is tough, but I think Jackson Arnold is solid. I think those receivers are great. I think that team is great outside of Jackson Arnold, who is just pretty good, and if he can raise his level a little bit, I think this is a playoff caliber team that now is pissed off that they lost that game that they shouldn't have lost last week.
This will be some real Balstradamus knowledge. If you end up threading this needle, I mean, they're not even favored this weekend.
You said sneaky.
You said super sneaky. I agree. I like it. Second play. By the way, I guess we're too deep in the force, but like Mizzou, we've been pretty consistently calling a playoff team for the entire year. So they have to get it done, but once they pass that Kansas test, the table is set very nicely.
They're still number 20, though.
No, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not coming after your pick. I'm just saying, like, I agree with it wholly and fully.
Yeah.
And Eli Drinkwitz has built something really consistent and really good there. All right, let's go ahead and go to break. And when we get back here on Wake Up Barstool, we'll go around the office, see what everybody's going to be watching, what will we be watching, talk a little Big Noon, and we got our weekend picks coming up later in the show as well. You're watching Wake Up Barstool on FS1. Skillet. And look at that graphic, guys. An unreal weekend of sports. Okay, so Ryder Cup's already going down right now. I have a funny story about that in a second. But at noon tomorrow, you got Big Noon, USC, Illinois. That afternoon slate, you got LSU, Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia, and Oregon, Penn State going head-to-head Saturday night. And then on Sunday, more Ryder Cup, MLB closing day. All 30 teams play. A ton of storylines in play there. And you got Eagles, Bucks, Ravens, Chiefs, and Packers, Cowboys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I tell my kids every single night, okay, we try to live by the core four. Right? The core four.
Sure.
There's 5 of you.
Love, gratitude, forgiveness, and treating others the correct way. Gratitude, guys. Be grateful that we live in a time where we get to have a weekend like this. Give everybody a big kiss on the cheek this weekend. We all deserve it. This is awesome. This is like Christmas here in the fall, kind of before the fall. Wait, what are you most excited about in that slate?
It's as loaded a sports weekend as I can remember.
Yep.
I guess I'm just, as an SEC guy, I'm excited for the SEC to really begin to take shape because LSU, Ole Miss, and Alabama, Georgia are 2 of the bigger SEC games you can have. We're having them before September ends. I'm excited to see Tennessee and Mississippi State. I'm excited to see SEC football unfold. Now, there is a sneaky one here because I do think this last week of baseball has quietly been elite.
I know, and we haven't even we've been overwhelmed with football.
Yeah, like can Cal Raleigh break the American League home run record that Yankees fans made such a big deal of over the last couple of years?
Do you think they'll come in for a live at-bat for Cal?
Remember when they were breaking in 2022 when Aaron Judge was breaking the record and the Yankees fans were like, oh, it's so important, and now that they would have to watch it happen to them, it would be delicious.
Oh, that'd be glorious. Eat it, Wyatt, you bum.
It would be great.
Dana, what are you most excited about?
It's not the most popular answer. As a matter of fact, it's probably the least popular answer.
I was going to say the skillet.
No. But I have to answer with my heart because if I had to choose one thing, it'd be the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers because that's just, I'm a diehard.
Come on, Dana.
The best part
if you're telling me gun to head, what do I care about the most? It's the Patriots.
The best part about it is it's a deeply unappealing game. Like of all the teams the Patriots could play, the Panthers would probably be in the top 5 most boring possible.
Yes, it's downright offensive.
It's going to be a horrible game, but if you told me you get one thing to watch, it's truly the thing I care about the most.
What would your what? Number 2's the Bearcats?
He wears a Red Sox hat.
There's no way, dude.
I love my Bearcats. Scott Satterfield's a bad coach, but he's a nice guy. I met him once.
Hold up the Skyline Chili sweater. Let him know, dude. Let him know. I've never had Skyline Chili.
Kansas is a basketball school. They are not cut out for this electric offense led by Brendan Sorsby.
That sweatshirt whipped him.
Yeah, he could not. He could not figure
that sweatshirt for a second.
Well, to be fair, it does kind of it messes with your eyes.
It never starts and ends. Yeah.
No,
but if I wasn't obligated to watch the Patriots, it would be the Ryder Cup for me.
Oh, I know you're a golf guy.
Oh, yeah. But it's tough because today, for instance, we have McIntyre and Victor Hovland, 2 extremely likable guys. They're on the bad side. We have Patrick Cantlay, who's just the worst. But he's American, so we got to root for him.
I love.
Is Patrick Cantlay the worst?
It
takes forever, I know.
That is the part you
just can't handle it.
I can't respect a guy that takes 40 seconds to step up to the ball. I'm sorry.
But USA.
But today we respect. This weekend we respect.
I'm rooting for him, but I'm just saying he's going against 2 really likable guys.
So I don't think any of the European guys are actually bad guys.
No.
No, did you see Rory's quote about America? It was awesome. It was more American than anything anybody from the American team said.
What did he say?
He basically just said that America's an incredible land of opportunity, the best country in the world, that his wife's American, his daughter's American, and how thankful he is to be able to raise his family in America. He was glazing America.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Little U.S. glaze.
Just buttering us up.
Out of Rory. Yeah, I know. We're
crafty.
It is funny. A couple of guys back in Control are massive golf fans, and I asked him how the Ryder Cup was going. He was like, "Oh yeah, it's pretty even." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." What's going to say? 2 of the matches are going terribly. 2 are going okay. We're losing in 3 of the 4. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. That doesn't sound even at all. I think you let your bias take over in that analysis.
It's early yet.
It's early yet. It is early yet. We play all 18 here on these shores, Europe. Megan.
I think they play all 18 in Europe, too.
I was about
No, they don't.
Okay, sorry.
They play 16 holes in Europe.
Yeah, little known fact.
Little known fact. Meg, I can't imagine. What are you most excited for this weekend?
If my outfit doesn't tell you, then I don't really know what to say. But
if you had to do a choice 2.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, choice 2, it's not going to be like a must-watch game for anyone, but I really like UCF this weekend, and I think they could win outright in the Little Apple. I know K-State had a bye week, but they shouldn't be laying points against anyone right now. I'm kind of excited for that game. I've already placed a moneyline bet on UCF. I think Scott Frost has this team playing good ball.
Scott, that's a sentence that has not been uttered in a long time. Brandon, where are we at on the Alex Grinch meter? For those that don't know, Alex Grinch somehow ended up as the D coordinator at UCF.
So they've started the season well, they've started, but I do think this is one of those where the eyes will trick you, where you got a 1-3 Kansas State, I believe.
Yeah.
A 1-3 Kansas State, an undefeated UCF, and I feel like the odds makers, this is one of those where they're flexing on us, where they're saying, your eyes tell you one thing, but I'm telling you something else, and I choose to listen. I mean, I don't hate her logic.
I'm not convinced Avery Johnson can, finish a drive. I don't think they're that good.
He doesn't.
They're quite bad, actually.
I like UCF in this spot.
They don't run an offense that highlights his skill set. Like, he would be great in, the Georgia Tech Buster Faulkner offense, but then also, I don't think he wants that smoke like Haynes King does.
Right.
So, he doesn't highlight his own skill set in a lot of ways. Guys,
they are the most disappointing team in the country.
Yeah, easily. I mean, they were Big 12 favorites.
Coach for K-State has a losing record off a bye. Just a
Kleeman
fact. Yeah, Kleeman.
Is it Kleeman or Kleiman?
Kleiman? That's what I thought. I just
Kleiman.
Well, you know who else is Kleiman?
You two got to dedicate yourselves to names. You're scared of Castellanos. You're scared of Kleiman.
No, I'm not scared of climbing because these shows' ratings are climbing just like Big Noon's kickoffs are. Going down this weekend in Champaign. Catch the Barstool College Football Show there, and then on the big stage, Brandon and Casey will be holding it down with the Fox team. Let's go ahead and go to break, and when we get back, guys, we are going to do our picks once again. Myself, Brandon, and Big Cat are involved in a season-long pick competition.
Do we have Big Cat's picks?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we do. I just got confirmed by Control. So keep it locked if you want to see those picks next on FS1.
Yay.
God, that music just does something to your soul. Welcome back to Wake Up Barstool here on FS1. It is time to give out our picks once again. So normally Big Cat sits in here on the second hour. Dana, you will be playing the role of Big Cat today. He has picks.
Okay.
But as you can see, a perfectly mediocre start to the season. Brandon leads the way at 5-5, Big Cat 4-6, myself 4-5-1. Thanks to that safety last week, putting Meg over the top, putting me below Brandon. You know what they say, age before beauty. Brandon, take us away.
All right, so here's my picks. I am leading this show as I always do.
Counter.
What?
He had no riposte. You had no counter.
No, I had nothing. I was fine with it. I am the oldest and the worst looking. So here are my picks. We have Auburn plus 6.5 at Texas A&M. I didn't call them a super mega sneaky playoff team for nothing. I think they are a good, solid football team that got hosed last week. I think that's what happened at Oklahoma. And I don't think
I know you're not doing this for this competition because it makes sense to take the points. But if you were betting this game personally, are you just going straight money line then?
No, I'm betting I think it's going to be a close game. I think I will take the safety net of the 6.5 points. I think it's going to be close throughout. I like Virginia tonight against Florida State. It's 7 now, but I like Virginia plus 6.5 against Florida State. I would lean toward money line right there. I like Ole Miss to beat LSU. I don't like it. You guys know I don't like it. I hate it. Lane Kiffin's been waiting for this day for 365 days. They lost a game at LSU. They probably shouldn't have lost last year. They were the better team. Now LSU is probably slightly the better team. And Lane Kiffin didn't get lucky because he went out and found the guy, but it makes me sick. It makes me sick that Austin Simmons wasn't off to a good start at quarterback, and they fell into Trinidad Chambliss, who's been excellent since he got in there. I think Ole Miss wins at home. Browns plus 10 against the Lions. I just think the defense keeps it closer than 10 points. And I like Pitt at home against Louisville. Pitt has a very good quarterback, very good receiver, very good running back. I don't love this Louisville team. I like a lot of dogs, a lot of 6.5 point dogs this week.
I love the Pitt pick. I don't have it on mine. I think it might be our underdog parlay on roughness, but yeah, I completely agree. Eli Holstein, again, people are probably dinging the Panthers a little too hard for that loss to West Virginia. That's a classic rivalry, throw the stats out game. Holstein's still awesome. Dana, what did you think about Brandon's picks?
Hold on, I'll take a picture of the screen. It says Brandon leads the Friday picture.
I want to go ahead and interject for a second.
Yes.
I was looking at the records, and it looked like you all had about 10 picks each. And I also have I'm 8-2. So I just wanted to throw that out.
Guys, we got to throw Megan. We got to throw Megan. We got to throw Megan on the graphic. We have to throw Megan on the graphic.
I want you guys to fight amongst yourselves.
No, this is BS.
I will make the people money at home.
BS. Megan has to be in the graphic.
It's the bearded gentleman competition.
Yeah, well, Megan, just put on a beard then.
I'll go upside down.
She is 8-2, and we're all 500 or under. Upside down.
Goodness gracious.
That took me entirely too long to get there.
Still don't get it.
What next pick you got?
All right. Can y'all put Big Cat's picks up?
Am I acting as Big Cat?
You're going to act
Big
as Big
Cat,
Cat, yes.
I'll give you a fun fact for each.
Big Cat's up on the screen there. All right, Dana, take it away.
Notre Dame, Arkansas, over 63.5. My uncles went to Notre Dame. Fun fact. Alabama, Georgia, over 53.5. I love that out of Big Cat. That's going to be a shootout. Do I have a fun fact for this one?
You didn't have fun fact for the first one.
You
Here's
got
your
drunk in
fallback.
Alabama.
I did get drunk in Alabama.
Okay, there we go. That's pretty fun.
And Megan did a Oklahoma drill against somebody in the dirt. And I think you won.
Yeah, she tried to start hitting me. She obviously didn't.
And then you didn't go to the game.
Shout out Freds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that pick out of Big Cat. I think that's going to be a winner. And we got NFL games here. Jaguars at 49ers. Fun fact, my wife's a 49ers fan. Shout out to Kaylee. Plus 3.5, the Jags. Love that out of them. I think the Jags are a sneaky, underrated team. Could go to 3-1 with a straight-up win in that one. Then we got the Vikings in London, 2.5 against the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers stinks.
Dublin.
The Steelers.
Dublin.
Is it Dublin?
Dublin.
I just assumed it was
It's all
London.
the same thing.
Across the pond.
Bro,
I
it's
just
no,
assumed. I
Dana,
saw
I'm going
9
to back you up. It's all the same.
I saw 9:30. I assumed it was somewhere in London. Okay, 2.5. The Steelers are really bad. They should have gotten crushed by the Patriots. Then we have the over in the Titans-Texas game. 38.5. That's a very low total.
38.5.
Disgusting game. C.J. Stroud is Mac Jones. So I don't love that pick out of Big Cat.
All right, got a little over a minute left for my picks. Go ahead and throw these up, guys. I'm going Notre Dame minus 4.5 at Arkansas. I think Arkansas is getting too much love here. I think Notre Dame's a way better program. Arkansas is a bad team. Finally lose. I like C.J. Carr. LSU money line at Ole Miss because you already know what it is, man. You already know, okay? It's the Ole Miss Rebels and it's them Tigers, and it's always about them Tigers. Georgia minus 3. Keep serve against Alabama at home. All the stats about Alabama versus Georgia. Nick Saban ain't walking through that door. Brandon, completely agree with you. The Browns' logic was super simple, right? It's just maybe the best defense in the NFL. If you're going to give me 10 with the best defense, they just managed to beat the Packers, who, if we wanted to do the very flawed, what is it? Thank you. Transitive property, Jeremy. Thank you. Then yes. Then obviously this looks good. And then Colts plus 3.5 at Rams. You see right here. Bam, ba-dum, bam, bam, ba-dum. Indiana Jones, too.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
That song?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Raiders March. Baby,
He was doing the A-Team
It's John
thing.
Williams. So, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum.
How do you know?
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba. There we go. Careful. What, are we going to get copyright because my voice is so sonorous and beautiful and on key? Guys, thank you so much, Brandon.
Look up sonorous later, Dana.
Dana Pierce, Megan Makin Money, 8-2, actually winning the pick competition. Massive thank you to our keeper of the studio here, Carson, and everybody back control. Guys, like we said, let's have a great weekend, okay? Good vibes, good football, good wins, good sports. Go America! See you Monday.